Hi everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and today I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products, so I hope you'll join me. If you're seeing this part, you're probably catching the replay, so hashtag replay, let me know you stopped by. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're on the replay, you can fast forward through this part to the actual project. But when you hop on, say hello, hashtag replay, let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to get my keyword set up here. Okay, keyword is set up. I'm just going to share this to my VIP group really fast. That is just a group where I have specials, giveaways, insider information. So you definitely want to be a part of that group if you are not already. And you can just put the word July in the comments or VIP if you want to join that group. July is today's keyword. Hi Jean, how are you? Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. All right, let me stick all this to this side. We are going to do a couple patriotic projects. Patriotic stuff is 30% off right now. Plus we have bundles that are 25% off. So you can get this transfer for 30% off, or you can get this bundle and it's 25% off. So we're going to use this bamboo cutting board for spilling the tea. And then we are going to do this little cutting board. You guys are gonna help me decide what to put on it. So first, I am actually going to paint this. I'm gonna paint it with Waverly Plaster paint. So let's do that. And while I am doing this, you guys let me know, either I'm going to put Happy 4th of July on here or Sweet Land of Liberty. So you guys tell me. It's been a very quiet day. Well, that could be good or bad, right? Sweet Land of Liberty or 4th of July on this cutting board. And I am going to paint this. I'm going to use my sponge. Yeah, I'm just going to use my sponge and use Waverly Plaster. If you guys could heart this video, comment, and share if you can. I would greatly appreciate it. So like I said, right now you can get this cutting board with the transfer for 25% off, or the transfers are 30% off. But we have some 4th of July kits that are on sale, and then the transfers are also on sale. So I'm using a sponge. It is a quick, easy way to paint. I like it. So you don't have to do that. It's a good day. Yay, that's awesome. It's just super quick when I use the sponge, and I like that it doesn't leave any brush lines. So you can definitely paint these boards. Actually, I'm gonna get a little more paint. Hi Kim, how are you today? When you hop on, say hello, let me know you are there, let me know how your day is going. Currently home by myself, which doesn't happen much anymore. So I'm like, I'm going to hop on now, do my live, and then my husband's going out to dinner with a bunch of friends, and so I'm just gonna sit down and do nothing, because the last couple days I have done so much and I'm tired. So I'm just gonna take an evening to sit and relax. It's been a while since I did that. Yesterday I cleaned the furniture in our living room, and it was still a little damp last night. So we couldn't sit on it, didn't watch TV, didn't do anything. So I took a shower and went to bed at like 9:30. And then today I got up, put the couch all back together, And then I had to clean one chair and footstool still. All right, so I think this is about done. I'm gonna put just a little more over here. But in case you missed, we have a patriotic sale going on. It is started today. It goes through the end of the month, and it is 30% off our patriotic transfers. And then we still have some kits on sale as well. Okay, so got that painted. And there's like a little piece of, all right, so we're gonna let that dry. Like I said, I used Waverly plaster to paint that. Gonna stick that in my water. But make sure you heart this video, you share if you can, and you comment. I'm just gonna grab a wipe, clean my hands. We are gonna let that dry. Of course, you can absolutely leave it plain, but we have these cutting boards, these bamboo cutting boards are pretty amazing, and they paired a lot of them with the kit sale, so go take a look. Today's keyword is July, but I've had a lot of you message me about this transfer. It's on sale, so go see. And then of course, if you are a Perks member, you're gonna save 30% on top of the sale. All right, so now we are gonna jump to this cutting board. This one I got at Hobby Lobby. You guys, $3.99, and then it was 40% off. Hi Nancy. So it has this little star right here, which it's not like indented or anything. So some of the transfers I was going to use was going to cover this, and so I tried to pick a couple that wouldn't cover it. But I need you guys to help me decide what I'm going to put on here. So there is this Happy 4th of July. This will fit, if I do it all the way it is, it's going to cover up this star, and then I'm thinking it's going to look a little funny. So I was thinking of just doing the Happy 4th of July and not the banner. That way I could move it up. So you guys tell me, Happy 4th of July or just the words Sweet Land of Liberty on here. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think. If we do the Sweet Land of Liberty, we can put some of the stars on here too. So let me know. Liberty or July? And today's keyword, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. Don't do the 4th, so you don't get the keyword. Just put a 4 in the comments for 4th of July. Just put a 4 or Liberty. Because if you put July, you're gonna get the message. So it's up to you, but Happy 4th. So I'm thinking, instead of putting this banner, because I can't get it all to fit without covering this star, I was thinking if I use this one to put this firework on here, and I was gonna put the firework on there. And then the Happy, put Happy over, oh God. Okay, so I think this one won. I only see one Liberty. So I think I'm going to put this firework right here. And I'm going to do this in 2 colors. Jean, you read my mind. All right, so I'm gonna do this firework in Cherry and Cadet, and then Happy is gonna go through the firework. And then we'll be able to put everything else on here. So we're gonna do both of these colors. So let's trying to decide how I want to do it. If I want to do it let's do the cherry. It's sort of going to be hot mess, but I want the red around the top. And then we're going to put Cadet in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, yes, great minds think alike. I'm going to do the red first. And if it gets a little bit of blue, it's okay. So the red, and now I'm going to bring the blue. The only thing is they're mixed now, so I'm just gonna put them on my color tray. And then I'm just gonna squeegee off everything else. And then I will wash that after. Yay, it turned out exactly like I wanted it. So there are the two colors. Now you could do this hot mess and totally mix the colors completely, but I wanted them a little more separate. So there is that. Let me know, are you done making 4th of July stuff? I'm like, I can't believe that we're almost to July. Like I don't even know how that happened. All right, so I'm gonna dry this. If it's gonna work, there we go. I love the firework, it's so pretty. I really wanted to do nominee, but I knew that it probably wouldn't show up on here, so we're gonna do nominee on the other one. And that is why I painted the other one, so we could do nominee. But when you hop on, say hello, let me know you are there. Let me know if you're new to watching. All right, so this is dry. So I had this since last year. So I'm not gonna wax this. You could absolutely wax it. I am gonna fuzz it a couple times. You guys, I don't normally wax unless, I don't know. I don't normally do it. I just try to, unless I do not want it distressed, I will wax. That is just a personal preference. But waxing over top of this will like seal that in and help this not to pull it up. But I like distress, so if that happens, I'm okay with it. Your birthday is the 4th, and you also have a twin sister. Awesome. Hi, Lori. How are you today? Well, happy early birthday to you and your sister. How fun is that? Okay, so I'm going to, now because this star is imprinted on here, I'm going to put July right above it. So just want to make sure it is straight. All right, you are welcome. Okay, so happy, I am not gonna do the banner. And I am just going to use vanilla. Hopefully that will stand out pretty well. So I'm gonna use a multi-tool because it's a smaller squeegee than this, to get inside that banner. Because I don't want the banner. I just want the word happy. And I'm gonna put their stars, so I'm gonna do the stars too. And then I'm just squeegeeing off all the extra. And then I'm gonna pull that back very slowly. Oh, I love it. Okay, so then I'm gonna switch to a bigger squeegee and finish this off. So I love that you can mix and match transfers. You can just use bits and pieces. Like I could have just used July on here. But this little cutting board, you guys, was $3.99 and then it was 40% off at Hobby Lobby. Such a good price. I don't know if you're like me, but when I go into stores now, I'm like, I can chalk that, I can chalk that. Everything is chalkable and everything is a surface that I can use. All right, look how cute. So happy 4th of July. And we're gonna let this dry, then we're gonna put some ribbon and stuff on that. And then these transfers, if you're new, these are reusable. You can use them over and over and they're sticky and you just wash them in your sink with tap water. That is it. You don't need any soap, chemicals, anything like that. And you can reuse them on any kind of surface, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we took our bamboo cutting board and I painted it with Waverly plaster. It is pretty dry, but I'm just gonna hit it with my blow dryer just in case. Now, normally when I do paint things, I will distress it, or I'm sorry, I will wax it if I don't want it to be distressed, but I want this to be distressed, and so I am not gonna wax it, but usually if you paint something, you would wanna wax it. That seals in this paint, and then your transfer is easier to pull off it. It won't pull off the paint and all of that. But I really don't have that problem when I use chalk paint. If I use regular acrylic paint, it is more apt to peel on me. So that is one reason I love chalk paint, because it doesn't do that. All right. So this is just our round bamboo cutting board. I had another one and I put something on the back because it didn't have like that rim. This has a rim. You could even add, I was gonna add little feet to this. These are just little candle cups that you can get from Hobby Lobby, but then I decided I'm just gonna leave it with no feet. And we are gonna use this right here, Spilling the Tea. And you can buy this separate for 30% off, or you can get both of these together for 25% off. But we are gonna fuzz this one, and we are going to put everything on it, except we're not gonna put the So Long London and the stars. I think it will fit a little bit better if we just put the top part. And I've only used this one other time, so I am fuzzing it. And this just dulls the stick, so it's easier to pull off. But if you were gonna make a t-shirt with this, you would not do this part. You would skip this part because a t-shirt is already fuzzy. It's gonna dull the stick anyway, and you want it to stick really good. So you would skip that part. But if it's going on a hard surface, you're gonna do that fuzzing the first couple times you use this transfer. But we are gonna put this right, trying to make sure it is sort of centered here. All right. So I'm pushing it down really good This part is really important. You want to make sure you take your time with this. This is how you are going to get your beautiful, flawless design. All right, so I'm not going to do the So Long London or the stars. I am just going to do everything else, and then I'm going to go over it with my squeegee too, just as another precaution to make sure it's all down. Tucker, he scared me. Sorry, guys. Hey, go lay down. Go lay down. I don't know what you heard. All right. Did that scare you guys? You guys probably saw me jump. We're going to use Nominee. Oh, it's my husband. That's why he barked and he scared me and made me jump. All right, we're going to use Nominee. This is my favorite color. This is a metallic gold. We do have shimmer gold, but this is metallic and I love it. Thank you. You made him bark. All right, so we are just putting on the chalk. We squeegee it on, cover it all. And this is just chalk in a paste form, and it goes on wet, it dries hard. It's smudge proof, budge proof. It's not gonna come off unless you spray it with water, and then that is only like a chalkboard or glass. When you are using any kind of porous surface, it's permanent, and you can absolutely seal it if you want to. And I'm just going back over, getting all the extra chalk off so the design is nice and smooth, but also I'm gonna wash this, and so I don't wanna wash a bunch of product down the sink. So you always just wanna scrape as much off as you can. All right, and then you just gently pull it off. It looks so good. Okay, so again, I'll wash this when I am done. Hi, Anita, how are you? I will wash this when I am done, and you stick that in my water. We are gonna go back to our first project, let this dry, and then we're gonna distress it. But spilling the tea since 1773, I love this. I love that metallic with the plaster, Waverly plaster. So we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna move back to this one. I'm gonna dry it a little bit. So this one says Happy 4th of July. And we're just gonna put all the rest of your family, you're working while your rest of your family is off. Thanks, Nancy. And today's keyword is July. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so I just went in my little scrap box and I got oh, Kim, you are so welcome. I will tell him. What did you get? Did you get any that match transfers or? Okay, so I am going to just tie these on here. This one came from Hobby Lobby and it was $3.99 and 40% off, so a really good deal. All right, so I'm gonna tie, actually, maybe I'll use this shorter one. This was just some scrap ribbon that I had. And then I'm gonna put some wired pom-pom around it as well. And I used to use this wired pom-pom a lot. Haven't used it in a while. All All right, so there is our cute little happy 4th of July. Make sure you comment. Make sure you hashtag replay when you watch the replay, and I'm gonna pick somebody to get this and I will send it to you. So make sure you comment, share if you can, and also hit that heart button for me, and I will pick someone after the replay to get this. We're gonna go back to this one and we're gonna dry it, and then I'm gonna distress it. They all match transfers. You also bought gnomes. How cute. Well, enjoy. Ooh, the baseball flag. We did the baseball one last year, and they brought that one back. It's so cute. All right, so I'm making sure this is really dry because I'm going to distress it. I don't know why. With this power strip, nothing stays plugged into the first hole. And you guys can see it dries really fast. And then I'm gonna distress it with ground espresso is my favorite ink, and I get it at Hobby Lobby in the scrapbook section. And then I just get these little daubers at the Dollar Tree. All right, so I'm just going around the outside. I want this because, you know, since 1773, I want to make it look older, distressed. So we're just going around this rim. And then that has to be completely dry. And then I'm just going to go through the middle with this. So make sure if you distress the whole thing, obviously your design is dry. So it looked like that. We painted it with Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster, and then I distressed it with ground espresso. We used Nominee metallic paste. It is my favorite. I love it. All right, let me know in the comments which one you like better. Spilling the tea or our little 4th of July fireworks cutting board. So let me know what you think, which one is your favorite, and even on the replay, hashtag replay, let me know where you're watching from, and we're gonna pick somebody to get this one. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you type the word July into the comments, you're gonna get today's supply list right here sent to your Facebook Messenger. It will have my husband's Etsy shop. It will have the link to the new patriotic sale where you can get 30% off the patriotics, and that is till the end of the month. And then this is a kit. You either can get 30% off this transfer, or you can buy this whole kit, the board and the transfer, for 25% off. So I put those in there as well. But if you have any questions, let me know. We have a customer program where you can save 30%. If you're interested in that, if you type the word July, you can go to my website and you can check out perks info. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you sometime tomorrow. Bye.